Hey everyone, Sonic the Hedgehog here. And 2 days ago, Sonic Channel has released Sonic World Story. I don't know what Sonic World Story is all about. Maybe it's something about the story of the Sonic world that is written in a book that can be downloaded and read it on computer or something else. I don't know. I don't know what's this thing all about. So let's see what is Sonic World Story all about. I just heard about this thing just today and I don't know what's this thing about. Okay, let's go. Okay, now what's called Sonic World Story? Okay, so that's what I called a Sonic World Story. It Okay, prehistory 10,000 years ago. Okay, so is this a fucking Sonic timeline? The official timeline of Sonic the Hedgehog? Wow. Like, okay, I have seen the community that one Sonic fan has considered this a official Sonic the Hedgehog timeline, where Sonic Superstars, for example, was before Sonic 06. And Sonic 06 was before Sonic Rush, and Sonic Rush was before anything else that has been released since Sonic Rush, except Sonic 06 and Sonic the Hedgehog series games that have been as focusing on classic Sonic games like Sonic Mania and Sonic Superstars and something else. Okay, now so let's see what is Sonic World Story timeline has been talking about for us. So yeah, so let's start with prehistory. Destruction and rebirth by Dark Gaia and Light Gaia. Okay. At some point, Dark Gaia, which grew over millions of years, destroyed the Earth, and Light Gaia held it, repeating the same history. Okay, I didn't know that was possible. To just, if you are a Dark Gaia, or if you are the Light Gaia. So, I didn't know that Chip from Sonic Unleashed. I haven't played this game before, but I know this game exists. I just knew about this game just recently. Okay. Well, just gonna read this more. Sonic World Adventure, okay. Let's find out what Dark Gaia and Light Gaia mean about this. Sonic World Adventure. Sonic the World. Okay. Sonic, the world's fastest hedgehog, challenges Dr. Eggman's gigantic space battleship and transforms into a shining golden supersonic. He corners Dr. Eggman. However, it was a trap. Sonic was captured by a high-energy capture device and had his supersonic powers and the Chaos Emeralds stolen. Dr. Eggman unleashes 7 Chaos Emeralds enormous energy onto the Earth's surface, splitting it into the 7 pieces and revealing the giant monster Dark Gaia from the cracks. At the same time, something strange happens to Sonic's body, transforming him into a frightening beast-like figure. With the planet shattered and his appearance completely changed, Sonic embarks on a new adventure across the globe. I didn't know that this version of Sonic the Hedgehog exists. So Sonic Unleashed in Japan is called Sonic World Adventure? I didn't know that. I thought that Sonic the Hedgehog universe ends with Sonic 06. But I did, however, play Sonic Rush Adventure and Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing. Oh my god. Okay, so they were released after Sonic 06, and I know about these games already. But I didn't know about the Sonic title named Sonic World Adventure. So I thought that Sonic World Adventure is an upcoming Sonic game, but after I clicked on this title, I realized that it's just Sonic Unleashed in the Japanese version. So actually, I just don't know what's going on with the Sonic the Hedgehog games from Sonic 06. But the sad thing is that it can only be played on PS3 and Xbox 360. God damn it. Well, it's actually that kinda sucks that even Sonic Frontiers keeps the boost timeline. Although it claimed to be an open world RPG Sonic game. But oh my god. Let's see about the Ancients and the Chaos Emeralds. There it is. The Ancients take refuge on Earth with the Chaos Emeralds. A small number of their descendants escape to a place called Mr. Currents and build a temple to the Master Emerald. Over the course of hundreds of thousand years, the Ancients became the Chow. Okay. So, Sonic Frontiers is the oranges of Chow, which is used in Chow Garden. Okay, now there are thousands of Chows that can be in Sonic the Hedgehog series. Thousands, representing its own Chow. The dog chow, the regular chow, the cheese chow, Queen's favorite chow, the cream chow, the shadow chow, and some other chows. Okay, let's see what this thing is about. Okay, so Sonic Frontier, Starfall Islands, an island forgotten by everyone. Sonic, Amy, and Tails were heading to these islands to follow the reaction of the chaos symbols. However, just as they passed over the island, the tornado encounters a problem. It gets sucked into a hole in space-time, and Sonic gets separated from his friends. When Sonic wakes up, he finds himself thrown into a strange space. The scenery looks familiar, but it's a somewhat different digital world. This was cyberspace. After escaping, Sonic wakes up on Connors Island, one of Starfall Islands, where the mysterious ruins of ancient people and sinister enemies roam. Guided by a mysterious voice calling out to him from somewhere, Sonic sets off in search of his friends. Okay. Now, that's a problem, because since Sonic Unleashed, everything now comes on Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's the real problem, because I wanted a playable Sonic characters, but unfortunately they can be unlocked only using mods. I don't know what's actually going to happen next with Sonic's friends in the next Sonic game. Well, it's just kinda weird. Okay, so actually, there's been two fucking reasons that after Sonic 06, Sonic the Hedgehog series for me just went down, that I don't want to replay any Sonic game that has been released after Sonic 06. It's because at least Kiss Sonic and Sonic revived and became a more comedian than a Sonic. And yeah, that's the real problem with the Sonic series. The real Sonic the Hedgehog was killed by Mephiles the Dark in Sonic 06, with Elise being the witness. Sonic dying from Mephiles' light strike. And so the only thing that actually everyone was going to do is to enter the shadow world. And since the moment when Elise kissed Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic series went as bad as hell. And that's a real problem that is happening with Sonic the Hedgehog nowadays, so that everyone can just be considering Sonic the Hedgehog series as more kid-friendly because of at least that's why every time I choose in Sonic 06 between Amy and Elise, I will definitely choose Amy. Okay. If there would be a Sonic new game that is not connected to Studiopolis and open world and not only Sonic to play as the character, it would be much interesting. As I just love the series, when Sonic the Hedgehog series just allows everyone to play as their most beloved characters. So, wow. Now everyone can actually go to the official website of Sonic Frontiers, I guess. Well, that's kind of interesting, I suppose. Okay. Tens of thousands years ago, Daga's destruction of Earth, the earliest record. The Earth is destroyed by a super energy life form called Dark Gaia that emerged from the core of a star, but is later revived again quickly by Light Gaia. Yeah, that's really funny. This event was later recorded in the ancient documents known as the Gaia documents. Oh my god! Oh god damn it! Gaia documents? What is actually going on with Gaia? Oh man, I didn't know about the Sonic All Adventure. Huh. Okay. Tens of thousand years to thousands of years? The ancestor of the Babylonian bandits, not bandnicks, washed up on Earth. A spaceship from far away space linked to Star Wars goes out of control, and the race that is the ancestor of the Babylon bandits, Babylon badniks. I didn't know that badniks were in Babylon. I haven't played Sonic Riders in a lot of time, but wish I would play this game next. Crash lands on Earth. The engine unit of the ship was separated at that time, is scattered around the world, and later comes to be called Arc of the Stars. The exact time is unknown. Sonic Riders. That's better than Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Frontiers combined. One night, several months after the Extreme Gear World Grand Prix, Sonic Riders, mysterious meteorites follow the world Okay, so that's the reference to Lunatics Unleashed in Hack Metropolis in 2772 or 2772, when the team of superheroes based on Looney Tunes is formed. I do really enjoy the Lunatics Unleashed series. At least it better sounds than Sonic Unleashed. Okay. Immediately after one of them falls on Meteor a global security robot manufacturer, the robots go under control and start running around searching for something. So, do meteorites affect the robots? Oh, God. Were they invented by Eggman? I don't know. The next day, while heading in a car heading into town, Sonic is playing with Meteoroid he picked up the night before when suddenly a group of rampaging robots attacks. Sonic and his friends are thrown into the air. At that moment, the Meteoroid emits a light and engulfs them. Sonic and the remains of the air car freeze in the mid-air. Now Sonic has the mysterious power to control gravity, and the new adventure and exciting races begin. Okay. So this is the second installment of Sonic Riders, a high-speed racing game that uses our board called Extreme Gear. I thought it was Sonic Riders, not Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I actually haven't played Sonic Riders Zero Gravity yet. But I don't wanna really to play it. I don't really want to play this game because I didn't know that this game exists. Okay. Well, that's kind of boring, I guess, for me. At least it's less bad than Sonic Free Riders. Thousands of years ago, the Echidna tribe is destroyed by the wrath of chaos. The Echidna tribe, the ancient tribe of Echidna, the ancestors of Knuckles the Echidna, the guardian of the Master Emerald, and the strength of Sonic Team, attacks the temple of the Master Emerald to steal it, but the Chaos companions are sacrificed and the Echidna tribe is wiped out by the enraged monster named Chaos. Monster named Chaos and the Mara of Chaos. That's way better than Sonic Adventure World. And finally, the first Sonic game that is going to be played by the okay. Finally, the first Sonic good game. It started all one night. While enjoying an evening stroll through the building of station figure jumping from roof to roof, Sonic spots a mysterious liquid creature named Chaos surrounded by police officers. Sonic smelled an evil in Chaos, who was so ineffectual even by his pistol, and challenged him to a fight. Let's play again. He easily defeats him, but there is the shadow of Dr. Eggman behind him, laughing sinisterly. What is Dr. Eggman plotting? What is the mystery hidden within the chaos and the chaos emeralds? An epic story woven through 6 adventures of Sonic and his friends begins now. That's what I call a Sonic game. So that everyone can play as 6 Sonic characters. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Emmy, and the first time character Big and E102 Gamma. Okay. So Sonic Adventure International is the international version of Sonic the Hedgehog game. And I don't know what is Sonic Adventure DX. I don't know what is this game does look like. I've never played the Sonic Adventure DX version, and I have never played Sonic Adventure International, as I do only play Sonic Adventure. So okay then. This game is good. This game is, to this day, one of my favorite Sonic games that has been released. At least it's in the top 3 of my favorite Sonic games right now. As everyone adores Sonic Adventure 2 more. But I would still play Sonic Adventure 1 someday. 1,000 years ago, Black Arms' preparation for invasion of Earth. The Black Arms drop a flying temple on Griffith on Earth. Shadow the Hedgehog. Finally, a game that allows everyone to play as the most dark Sonic the Hedgehog hero. Shadow the Hedgehog. The ultimate life form that is in my heart already. 50 years ago, a black hedgehog named Shadow the Hedgehog was created as the ultimate life form through top secret research by Gunn. Who am I and why was I born? He spent his days asking himself questions that had no answers, until one day alien invaders known as the Black Arms attacked Earth and began destroying the city. As Shadow looks coldly at the burning city, the leader of the invaders, Black Doom, appears before him and invites him. Shadow, the promised time will soon arrive. Gather all the Chaos Emeralds to me as quickly as possible. That's what I call the voice impression of Black Doom. Okay. Maybe I can do even voice impressions on side characters. the presence of someone who knows him. Shadow's adventure to find his true self begins. Okay, so Shadow the Hedgehog is the Sonic character that is actually can do. Okay, so in this game, Shadow the Hedgehog is guided by the Sonic characters from Sonic to Doom's Eye. So Shadow the Hedgehog is actually one of my top three Sonic the Hedgehog games. Actually, I don't know if it is the second or third favorite Sonic game of mine, but the top three, the two of the top three places of Sonic, my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog games are by Sonic Adventure and Shadow the Hedgehog. These two games. Emil is born. An ancient civilization. Combat robots called Gizzy or Gizoids are created, one of which is later named ML from Sonic X. A really good anime. Okay, let's see what this game is about. Sonic Battle. One day Sonic, who was bored, found a muddy robot on Emerald Beach. It was broken, and when he talked to it, it gave strange responses. Just as he was thinking of asking Tails to fix it, Shadow appeared aiming for the robot. Sonic and Shadow start battling over the robot. It looks like trouble is about to break out again. Shh. You have already completed the contract? Give me back the robot! That's Shadow voice impression that I haven't done yet. But I am looking forward to kind of do some more Sonic voice impressions. Let's move forward to 50 years ago. Black Doom and the Dark Pact. Black Doom contacts Professor Gerald and offers up his own DNA in exchange for guidance on how to invade Earth 50 years from now. Shadow is then created from that DNA. Okay, so Shadow the Hedgehog is 50 years old. I thought he was 15 and that he was born on an island. But that's kind of weird. But I already know that from Sonic Movie 3, which I saw back when it was released. always thought that Shadow the Hedgehog was none other than a hedgehog that was actually born, not created. What if Shadow the Hedgehog was actually born? That no, oh my god, I do. However, really miss this action of Sonic the Hedgehog when Sonic and his friends say the word damn, but the kiss from Princess Elise just de-evolved the Sonic the Hedgehog series. And that's the main problem to Sonic the Hedgehog and his friends, one of which was Shadow, and is Shadow. Do still want to Sonic the Hedgehog game that allows to play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and Silver at the same time while including the soundtrack that includes the songs that were from the 90s, 2000s, like they were used in Sonic movies. Never mind. Okay, the Dark Destruction Incident. The ancient comeback robot Gizoid. Still, I'm in struggle to say that word Gizoid. I've never played Sonic Battle actually. That were the subject of research within Ark go out of control, causing the extensive damage to Ark facilities. This is one of reasons why Gun intervenes in Ark. Gun attack on Ark. Maria is killed by a sudden gun attack. That differs from the Sonic movie 3 when Maria is killed by a accidental explosion, not from a gun. And I just still adore the movie Maria version more than this original version when she is apparently just look like a 24-year-old woman. Okay. Gerald Robotnik, who has lost his mind due to his granddaughter's robbery, prepares to take revenge on the Arc System and Shadow the Hedgehog, but he is imprisoned and executed. In the movie version, Gerald Robotnik survives and is actually the 100, at least 100-year-old functional grandfather of Dr. Ivo Robotnik, also known as Eggman. The movie version of Sonic franchise is completely different from Sonic the Hedgehog franchise in general. One day Sonic is on a run when he encounters a mysterious black hedgehog named Shadow. His appearance sets in motion of a series of incidents which eventually lead to his nemesis Dr. Eggman declaring his intention to take over the vault. Meanwhile, shortly before that, Dr. Eggman is awakened Shadow, a top secret weapon that has been sealed away for 50 years in the gun base. Shadow, who calls himself the ultimate life form, talks us about the plan to take over the world using the super weapon of the space colony Ark. Herein is the mysterious bad woman who becomes his ally through some clever tactics. The plan progresses with 3 people, each having their own motives. An epic adventure begins where Sonic and his friends on the hero side were on a mission to save the world by destroying the dark side while plotting world domination. Oh my god. Well, at least this game is fun, but not as more fun as Sonic Adventure. That's my personal opinion. But it's still a great game. I'll take it as a number 4 Sonic game. I don't want to read this shit. Solaris experiment failed. Iblis seal. When King Solianus Solaris experiments fail, he sacrifices his own life to prevent the flames of calamity from being awakened and destroying the world, sealing Iblis within his daughter Eris. Yeah, actually, that's what I call them. I just want to know about this later. Okay, classic Sonic era. So apparently this is the era when Sonic the Hedgehog was actually born. Dr. Eggman attacks South Island. Sonic defeats Dr. Eggman, who attacks South Island to steal the Chaos Emeralds and prevents him from taking over the vault. The first Sonic game, released almost 34 years ago. South Island is a paradise blessed with abundant nature. It is said that Chaos Emerald, a gemstone that holds great power, lies dormant here. Chaos Emeralds are a super substance that gives energy to all living things. It can even be used to nuclear power and laser weapons through technological advances. One day, Dr. Eggman, who is aiming for the Chaos Emeralds to achieve ambition world domination, lands on South Island. He does whatever he wants, such as building a fortress and turning animals on the island to the robots one after another. When Sonic's under crisis, he rushes to save everyone. The adventures of this cool hero begin now. The start of my favorite Sonic franchise, my favorite gaming franchise. Sonic rescues Amy, who is kidnapped by Metal Sonic. Amy, who had a fateful encounter with Sonic on Little Planet, became embroiled in Eggman's evil deeds and was kidnapped by Metal Sonic. Sonic defeated Metal Sonic and rescued Amy, thus thwarting Dr. Eggman's ambitions. Once a year, a small, beautiful planet called Little Planet appears above Sonic's planet. There, a mysterious stone called Time Stone that can fully control time lies dormant. The one who has eye on this in the notorious genius scientist Dr. Eggman, who plans to fix the little planet in the sky above Never Lake. Never Lake. Reference to, I don't know, Neverland from Peter Pan? Haven't seen the original movie yet, but I know this movie and Neverland exists. And use it as his own fortress, while at the same time using the power of the Time Stone to achieve world domination. Sonic sets out to free Little Planet, which has been left in a pitiful state, and put a stop to Dr. Eggman's ambitions. Well, I have played this game comparing to Sonic the Hedgehog 1, which I played it in Sonic R. But I have played this game twice. Within Sonic R and outside of Sonic R. Okay, Death Egg crashes into Angel Island. Sonic and Tails work together to defeat Dr. Eggman, who attacks West Side Island. The destroyed Space Fortress, the Death Egg crashes into Angel Island. During this carefree adventure, Sonic discovers an island called West Side Island and lands on it with his beloved robot, the Tornado. There he meets Master Power, a small fox who admires Sonic and follows him in the hopes of becoming as cool as him. At that time, a big explosion occurs in the forest. Dr. Eggman has begun to act in order to obtain the Emerald gems that hold the great power of light dominant on the island. Furthermore, the ultimate weapon, the Death Egg, is nearing completion. The world is in danger. Sonic takes off, sensing a new adventure, and with Tails following behind him. So apparently in this game, Tails is just following Sonic and does everything that he does. Recover the Master Emerald. Prevent the Death Egg Fortress from reviving. Dr. Eggman tricks Knuckles into stealing the Master Emerald and plots to revive the crashed Space Fortress, the Death Egg. However, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles work together to destroy the Death Egg, thwarting Dr. Eggman's ambitions of world domination. The Master Emerald is restored and Angel Island rises into the sky once again. Sonic crashes Dr. Eggman's Great Fortress, the Death Egg, back to Earth as it attempts to take off into space. He is also thrown into the air and ends up in a forest deep inside the floating island. As Sonic runs off to destroy the Death Egg once and for all, he spots Knuckles coming out of a door hidden in the bushes. When he touches the super wings inside the door, he is sent flying into an unknown space. There, a gigantic chaos emerald that could be called the Master Emerald was enshrined. The mystery hidden in the floating island, Dr. Eggman's plot, and the showdown with Knuckles, Sonic's adventure continues. Sonic and Knuckles. Why Sonic Knuckles, not Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Um, okay. The mysterious secret stone Phantom Ruby. Dr. Eggman is set up to yet another nasty scheme. After learning of the existence of the mysterious mineral Phantom Ruby, Eggman sends his most powerful robot army to Angel Island. Eggman excavated the Phantom Ruby. Man, I hate it, as I don't want to play this game because it has the Phantom Ruby. There was the reference to Sonic Forces. Man, I don't want to play this game because it is tied to the worst thing ever happened in the entire gaming universe. Okay. Sonic Mania Plus. After battling Dr. Manuel as a member of the. Okay. Fun to people trapped in a capsule. The armadillo and the way the flying squirrel, with whom they once went on adventures. Without a moment's rest, Sonic sets off in pursuit of the Phantom Ruby, which has been stolen once again. It's okay. After all, we have some reliable friends joining us in this time. Okay. That's kinda... okay. Oh my god. That's really, really funny. Okay, Sonic Superstores. The North Star Islands, a tropical island rich in nature. Dr. Eggman, who's planning to create the strongest army of giant mechas, begins an invasion of the island with the bounty hunter Fang and his subordinate Trip in order to capture the giant animals that are said to live on the island. The hero Sonic tells Amy and Knuckles gather on the North Star Island to thwart Dr. Eggman's ambitions and restore the peace of the islands. Well, at least it's better than Sonic Mania, because Sonic Mania has Phantom Ruby, and Phantom Ruby sucks. Okay, modern Sonic era. A fierce battle with the resurrected Metal Sonic. Dr. Eggman completely revives Metal Sonic. He launches the Death Egg M2 into the sky above Little Planet and sets to conquer the world. However, once he again defeats Metal Sonic in a fierce battle, destroying the Death Egg 2 and dashing Dr. Eggman's ambitions. Okay. After the adventure in search of the Master Emerald in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic has parted ways with his partner Tails and his new friend Knuckles, whom he met on Ancient Island, setting on his previous adventure and enjoying a brief moment of peace on the Silver Island. Meanwhile, Dr. Eggman, who managed to survive, continues to improve on his past inventions in order to fulfill his long-cherished wish to defeat Sonic, and even constructs a terrifying base in space called the X Station. Sonic is once again the one to thwart Dr. Eggman's ambitions of world domination. I've never played Sonic the Hedgehog episode 1-4 before. Fifth battle in episode 1 was only the beginning. What was Dr. Eggman searching for in the Lost Labyrinth? Was that the true purpose of the underground factory, Mad Gear? All of this was just a puzzle piece in Dr. Eggman's grander plan. As Little Planet, the setting for Sonic the Hedgehog CD, once again approaches the planet where Sonic and his friends live, the full details of Dr. Eggman's plan are finally revealed. I have never played Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2 either, but I'm not going to play it. Okay. Sonic and his friends save the world from the threat of perfect chaos. Finally, after the misunderstanding of the Sonic Mania, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 episodes 1 and 2, and the frustration of Sonic Mania and its connection to the Phantomobile, I finally can play this game with this perfect theme. Sonic and his friends save the world from the threat of perfect chaos. Dr. Eggman releases Chaos, who is sealed away in the Master Emerald, and tries to use it to take over the world. However, Chaos goes out of the control and evolves into perfect chaos, bringing the world to the brink of. However, thanks to Sonic and the wishes of many people, the Chaos Emeralds, who had lost their power, are restored, and Sonic transforms into Super Sonic. He stops perfect chaos and crushes Dr. Eggman's ambitions, and neutralizes the chaos and making chaos good now. So actually, Chaos is not a villain. It is a natural character that was bad at first and then became good at last, bringing the world of peace and becoming. So, Chaos is the mental figure to Charles. And so is Tickle, the echidna, who tends to be. So it is actually Knuckles the echidna's sister. Okay. The crisis of marginal world, a different world of land and dreams. Lumina, the guardian spirit of marginal world, summons Sonic and his friends to stop Void from the conquering the marginal world. Sonic and Lumina use magic cards and force jewels to save marginal world from the brink of collapse. Sonic Shuffle. Okay. This is a new complete game. Marginal world is a different dimension. This mysterious world where dreams and realities intersect is supported by the power of jewels called precious stones, crystals spun from the dreams and hopes of people from various dimensions. However, one day a mysterious monster called Void suddenly appeared and sealed the power of the precious stones away. As the marginal world was on the brink of collapse, Lumina, the guardian spirit, sent on a message asking for help from those wisdom and courage from another dimension. Sonic and his friends were once received it and sent out on an adventure with the magical cards given to them by Lumina and the Force Jewel, which holds mysterious powers. I've never played Sonic Shuffle before. It's a kind of interesting game that I am actually going to play one day. More time. Shadow and Awakens. Dr. Eggman awakens Shadow and tries to use him to take over the world, but Shadow uses him instead to carry out the revenge plan left by Joel. In the final state of his revenge, Shadow gains his two memories thanks to Amy Rose. In the Sonic movie franchise, he regained his true memories thanks to Sonic. He cooperates with Sonic and saves the walls at the cost of his own life. Cream and Cheese's first adventure. Sonic meets Cream and saves her with her friends. They rescue Vanilla, who was kidnapped, and defeat Dr. Eggman, who was planning to build Eggman Land again. I know Cream is the daughter of Vanilla. I have met Queen previously in Sonic Adventure. somehow. I don't know why. It seems that the evil genius scientist Dr. Eggman has not learned his lesson and is up to no good. Animals living peacefully are being kidnapped one after another. Will they turn them into Mechagan and Bill Eggman Island? This time Tails and Knuckles were also kidnapped. Sonic sets off the road where he will meet new friends. Uh, well, Rebellion, a masterpiece. Metal Sonic, who has regained his sense of self, rebels and imprisons Dr. Eggman. And in his name is a challenge to Sonic and his friends to conquer the world. The Metal Sonic gathers Sonic and his friends' biodata during the battle and becomes more powerful, but is ultimately defeated by Sonic and his friends. Another good Sonic game, but I wish it happened in the city. Sonic is the world's fastest and supersonic hedgehog. He lives by his own rules and goes on big adventures to save the Earth from crisis to kill time. He's cool, but he hates cooked things. When he sees enough trouble, he rushes to the air with a passion heart. One day, Sonic's friend Tails Knuckles appear with a letter from his nemesis, Dr. Eggman, who has finally completed the ultimate weapon as a reward that will begin his world domination in 3 days. So this is a challenge. Wash your beard and raid Eggman, says Sonic. Thus, the 3 from Team Sonic. At the same time, the 3 other teams were also starting to get into action. 3 people, 4 teams is 12 people. The dream competition of heroes begins. There we go. So, I guess this is kinda kind of. Okay. Shadow repels Black Doom's invasion of Earth. Black Doom, an alien invader, invades the Earth. Shadow, provoked by Black Doom to learn about his past, travels the world in search of the Chaos Emeralds, sometimes at odds with Sonic and his other friends. After many struggles, Shadow defeats Black Doom, fulfills the wish entrusted to him, and resolves to overcome his past and move forward. Emerald's growth and rampage. Dr. Eggman tries to reboot the ancient weapon G-Zoid and use it to take over the world, but it doesn't work and he discards it. Sonic picks it up, names it Emerald, and raises it. Dr. Eggman tries to use Emerald, who has gained powers as a combat weapon, but ends up causing him to go out of control. So there's no way to stop Emerald safely, and Sonic ends up defeating him. Zemo is born. Dr. Eggman used the power of the Chaos Emeralds to split the world into 7 parts. He repeatedly used Zemo, a combat robot, and he developed based on Emma, against Sonic and his friends, but was unable to win, and eventually Zemo went berserk. Dr. Eggman was defeated. Zemo was then retrieved and repaired and adjusted by Tails and began living as a member of the Cream family. Okay. Dr. Eggman has used the Chaos Emerald to split the world into 7 parts. The goal is to plunge the world into chaos and build Eggman land in each world. Sonic and his friends are separated and divided world. Sonic and Tails take off, even if it's a tough adventure for one person. They can surely make if they help each other out. In order to find his friends and restore the torn-apart world, he must once again collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Will Sonic and his friends be able to restore the world to the way it was? Okay, I guess. What? Blaze, the princess from another world, comes to Sonic's world. Blaze comes to Sonic's world from another world in pursuit of the stolen Soul Emerald. Through his interactions with Amy and Cream fighting alongside Sonic, the Blaze begins to trust Sonic and the others a little. Sonic and Blaze work together to defeat Dr. Eggman and Eggman Nega. Blaze recovers the Soul Emeralds and returns to her own world. I don't know why Blaze the princess becomes him. That's weird. Pronounce. Dr. Eggman is on the move again, but Sonic stands in his way to thwart his plans. After Eggman is punished, one gem remains. It shines with a different glow than the Chaos Emerald. Just as Sonic tries to reach for it, a shadow snatches it away. The unfamiliar-looking woman is muttered this disappeared. That was the beginning of the Sonic's new adventure. Okay, so Sonic Riders will take place before Sonic 06. That's kinda impossible. A major incident surrounding the Flame of Calamity begins to unfold. In order to obtain the Flame of Calamity, Dr. Eggman kidnaps Princess Alice, not Elise, who was sealed away by Iblis. So, Elise here is Alice. Sonic rushes to rescue her, and Silver, who travels back in time to defeat Sonic in order to save the future. That's me, actually. Shadow is on a mission to defeat Dr. Eggman's base, and the mysterious being Mythos all become entangled in a major accident, each with their own intentions and destinies. Finally, the best Sonic game of all time. Can't wait to replay it more, more and more and more. Battle against the Babylon Bandits in the fastest race in the world. Dr. Evan is hosting the Extreme Gear World's fastest competition. Sonic and his friends to compete in the heated race against the Babylon Bandits for the prize, the Chaos Emerald. However, the race is a trap set by Dr. Eggman to steal the treasures of the Barrel Temple. Sonic and his friends come to a future city in search of the Chaos Emeralds. Suddenly, a black shadow flies out from between the buildings. The weather picks up from a response from the Chaos Emeralds moving along with it. The shadow's true identity is the Babylon Bandits, also known as the legendary Windmasters. They are searching for the treasure of the lost city and are gathering the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic and other spirit speed is aroused when they see them controlling the wind and flying away at high speeds, so they jump into the extreme gear nearby and begin chasing them. Although they outpower them in a time, they are knocked out by a gust of wind unleashed by Jet, the leader of the bandit gang. It's going to be hard for the first time in a while. Still, actually, I'm not that good so far in voice impressions, but I will be in the future. Promise. A battle begins between Sonic and the Babylon Bandits, with pride on the line. Okay. So, Sonic and Tails get lost in Blaze's world. Sonic and Tails are caught in a storm washed up in Blaze's world. They are rescued by Maureen, a self-proclaimed adventurer, and while investigating the islands, they are reunited with Blaze. However, before they can enjoy their reunion, they are caught up in a national treasure, the Joel stuff, being stolen right before their eyes. They are chasing pirates with Blaze. Sonic and his friends defeat Dr. Eggman and Eggman Nigger, who were controlling the pirates, and retrieve the Joel stuff. Okay, so Sonic is battling pirates. Okay, so I guess I have played Sonic Crush Adventure. I know this game really well, and I know Marine the Raccoon. I do remember this game, but I'm not going to replay this game along with Sonic Riders and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for some reason, and classic Sonic games also for some reason. But classic Sonic games, I will actually. There's a tie between. I don't know if I will return to classic Sonic games. I know, but I will never play Sonic Mania and Sonic Mania Plus as they connected with Phantom Ruby. Rampage of the Sky Ruins, Bamble Garden. Just as Sister was capable of rapid travel through gravity conversion. That species was the modern Babylon Garden, and the Ark of the Stars was its engine unit. When all five Ark of the Stars gathered in the Babylon Garden flooded in the sky, the output went out of control and Babylon Garden was on the verge of turning into a black hole. Sonic, Gen, and the others were able to avert the worst-case scenario. Darkrai is forcibly awakened by Dr. Eggman. In order to realize his ambitions, Dr. Eggman took the powers from Super Sonic, split the planet into 7, and forcibly awakened the Dark Gaia. Sonic, along with the Amnesiac chip, traveled to the Gaia Temple to restore the powered chaos emeralds in the world, regaining his powers and defeating Dark Gaia. Friendship with the alien wisps. That's where the worst studio the Sonic games ever made with the kids friendly Roger Quick Smith's voice. I don't like it. Dr. Eggman takes over the planets where the Wisps live and builds a planet park. He plans to steal the powerful energy of the alien Wisps who live there and activate the terrible weapon. Sonic and his friends cooperate with the Wisps even though they can't communicate with each other and thwart Dr. Eggman's ambitions. Okay, mysterious planets suddenly appear in outer space, and the true identity is Egg Planet Park, a gigantic space amusement park being built by Dr. Eggman. What is Dr. Eggman's hidden ambitions behind the seemingly peaceful theme park, and what is the true identity of the alien wisp that they meet there? Sonic is action at Space Cal Amusement Park, where the entire planet is used in an attraction. Uncover Dr. Eggman's ambitions. Okay, so I don't know if I am actually going to play Sonic Heroes in my future. as I'm actually a grown up, but I will somehow play. Someday I will play. We play Sonic Adventure, Sonic, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Sonic 06, as I really want to. So I actually don't like the voice actors, the Studiopolis, because they're tricky. Sonic Roger Quicksmith is my least favorite Sonic the Hedgehog voice actor. Two Sonics, past and the future. After his defeat at Egg Planet Park, Dr. Eggman finds the Time Eater who can manipulate time, space, and he uses its power to summon his past self and begin plan to rewind the timeline. Sonic is sucked up into the Time Eater, which suddenly appears and wakes up in a world of pure white. He meets a smaller version of himself there, and together they work together to restore the world and his friends, whose life, voice, and color had been sucked out, and defeat the two Dr. Eggman and the Time Eater. A fleeting moment of darkness and the light is resurrected. Taking advantage of the time-space anomaly caused by the Time Eater, Black Doom is resurrected. When he reunites with Shadow in white space, he provokes him and encourages him to awaken his powers. Meanwhile, Maria and Joel, who were supposed to have died long ago, are also resurrected. They spend fleeting precious time together in a stop time-space. In the end, Black Doom attempts to absorb Shadow, who has become the strongest Black Arms warrior, but Shadow's heart has been consumed by the darkness and he refuses. With Maria's heart and wish in his heart, he defeats the Black Doom once and for all. Okay, Sonic is Shadow Generations. So Sonic Generations, Sonic Generations Blue Adventure. I don't know that title. Never, I never know this is the title of the Japanese version of Sonic Generations. So I know the Sonic Shadow Generations exists. Okay. Well, let's move on to the Sonic Freeriders. I don't want to read this because this game sucks as the worst game of all time. Does also suck. At least it's not as bad as Sonic Forces, but it is bad. It is really bad, and I have never played this game, and I don't want to play this game. I don't want to read it. And 6 demons betray Dr. Eggman. Dr. Eggman finds the Lost Hex, a mystical island where the Oni clan live, and uses the conch shell, which is the wicked point, to enslave the 6 demons to absorb life energy from the earth. However, after losing the conch shell, the 6 demons betray him, banish him, steal the device, and suck out all the life energy, putting the earth in danger of collapse. Sonic and Dr. Eggman have no choice but join Joel's forces to defeat the D6 demons, and they defeat them. I have not played Sonic Lost World, and I don't know if I return to this game. King Donpa holds the car race in the Donpa Kingdom. Dr. Eggman steals the ultimate power engine, developed by Donpa of the Donpa Kingdom, and plots to use it for evil purposes. However, just as he's using the engine to start for evil purposes, he's defeated by Sonic and his friends, and his ambitions are thwarted. Oh god. Oh god. Sonic and his avatar team up to free the world that was 99% conquered by Dr. Eggman. Dr. Eggman creates an infinite army with the power of the newly acquired Phantom Ruby and with infinite at its side. He takes control of 99% of the world. However, Dr. Eggman and his allies are defeated by the resistance army formed by Sonic's friends and the Avatar who joined it. Modern classic Sonic and peace is restored to the world. This is the worst game ever created by anyone. I've played this game, but I really didn't like it. Sonic Suggests is even funnier than this shit. A mysterious girl holds Knuckles captive in cyberspace. Fuck you, Sonic Forces. While investigating the ancient ruins, he discovered an angel island Knuckles sent to Ares Island. Just as Knuckles thinks that Dr. Eggman is behind it, a mysterious girl appears and traps him in cyberspace. Sonic and Sax protect the world from the End. So the End is a character? I don't know. Dr. Eggman is attempted to use the technology of the engines on Starfall Islands and connect it to the network, causing a series of incidents. Satch is evolved by accessing the engine's technology and began to interfere with Sonic in order to protect Dr. Eggman, who was trapped in cyberspace. In the process, Satch noticed the unknown potential of Sonic, whose answers could not be found through calculations, and suggested Dr. Eggman that they find the true enemy. Together they defeated the End and saved the world. A future world before the change. The world has been devastated by Iblis. Silver and Blaze are fighting an endless battle against Iblis, who keeps resurrecting. With the guidance of Mephiles, a mysterious figure suddenly appears for to travel back in time to the era where Sonic and his friends live, to kill a person who is said to be the Iblis trigger and cause the cause of the devastation. Finally, something best after. Okay, so I want to compare this masterpiece, who's underrated by everyone, to Sonic Forces, which is the absolute little piece of crap that no one would ever want to play it. Once a year, the beautiful water city of Soliana holds a Grand Five Festival. The festival reaches its climax as Princess Elise lights a flame on the altar. At that moment, Dr. Eggman, who is after the secret of the Flame of Calamity, suddenly attacks. Alice is taken away. Then a gust of wind appears, and Sonic, the supersonic hedgehog, who appears and runs off to thwart Dr. Eggman's plan and save Elise. However, but is Sonic's new adventure is about to begin. Thanks. This is absolutely the best Sonic game ever. So I can play as myself. As this is the only Sonic game that I want to replay playing more and more and more. Okay, altered future world. Due to Sonic and Ellie's changes to history, the Calamity of Fire no longer exists, and the disaster itself has not occurred, leaving the world in a state of peace. The end. Okay, so that was Sonic timeline called Sonic World Story, called Sonic World Story. And that's it. So that's actually what it actually does look like. So actually that's what Sonic World Story looks like. It is a timeline made up carefully of Sonic the Hedgehog games. And that is really interesting, as everyone before this time could have only guessed what could have been a Sonic the Hedgehog game timeline. So, with that further in mind, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you want. And we'll see you guys later on whatever should I do next. Please leave a comment and suggest what I should do next. I will appreciate your answers and suggestions.